Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I make videos every week about my lifestyle, and so today we will be talking and touching on a topic, and that topic is fasting. So I'm currently fasting and so I thought, why not talk about it? I'm gonna drive because that's what I do when I do these videos in my car. So hopefully this video doesn't okay, I'm good. Okay, so we're gonna touch on the topic of fasting, and I'm gonna drive myself home because I just got out of work, and hopefully this camera doesn't fall off, and hopefully nobody watches me be a weirdo, because people love to look at my car for some odd reason. So, fasting. What is fasting? Everyone's like, oh, I'm fasting. But what is fasting? I'm going to try to sum it up in the most simplest way that I can put it to my understanding. So when you fast, you're giving up your flesh's desires to instead feed your spiritual. So we are mind, body, soul, right? Instead of feeding your body, instead of, in this world, where a lot of pleasures come from the flesh. Like, if it feels good, do it. But not everything that feels good is good for you. So we all have a spirit. We all have that internal side of us. So when you fast, you give up something. Like, oh, I'm giving up coffee or bread. A lot of people go really extreme. They'll juice. I'm juicing. I'm not eating any food. I'm just juice. I feel like it's more on a personal level with you and God. You replace whatever you're sacrificing with prayer or with the word of God. You start to feed your spirit, and when you do that, you instead pray, and it's hard. It's not easy. That's why God honors you, because God gives you free will. Okay, He's not gonna come down on you and force you to do anything you don't want to do. Have a stronger bond and connection with Him. So you give up these things, and you pray more, and you seek the word of God more, and you become more anointed in His presence. And believe it or not, it's such a strong thing to fast, especially when you've been praying on something and you just feel like you need just something else. You can definitely try fasting. So you give up something. It could be anything. It can be social media. It can be food. It can be just whatever you sometimes tend to put before God. For example, social media. We spend a lot of time on social media. But if you choose to disconnect from social media, and instead of being on Instagram scrolling for 2 hours, you use those 2 hours to give God praise, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful connection, a beautiful bond you build, and you will be amazed at the things that God can do in your life. Oh my God. So the reason why I decided to talk about fasting is because I'm currently fasting for 15 days. And so I pray 3 times a day, because this is like the fast that I'm doing. So I don't eat until 1 o'clock. So I'll fast in the morning time, and then I'll have my lunch around 1:30, 2 o'clock. And sometimes it's hard. It's not easy, especially when you're tempted and there's people around you and they're looking at you like, oh my God, like, why haven't you ate breakfast? And you don't want to tell people your business. Like, it's your personal choice, and you don't have to explain anything to anybody. Just have that between you and God, and have that connection, have that bond, have that. It's just like if you was to go to your best friend. Like, I feel like people make it such a big thing. Like, like when you pray, it's just like if you're talking to your mom or your best friend or whoever, your boyfriend, or daughter, son, whoever it is that you confine in, you know, just have, you know, when you pray, you just remember all the things you have in life that we tend to take for granted, and you give praise, and you seek the word of God, and you open a Bible up, and you know, read a verse and see what the message is there, and you do that little by little every day, you know, a little bit, you know, little baby steps. You don't have to go 5 hours a day praying. Like, it doesn't have to be to that extent. But yeah, so I just wanted to touch on that topic, and because I'm doing it, I wanted to speak on that. And my best friend actually gave me this idea, so shout out to her. She was actually fasting as well on something, and so yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And if you haven't tried it, you should. You just give up something that you truly love, and replace it with feeding your soul and praying to God instead of doing that. And you give yourself a certain amount of days or time, or it can, you know, it doesn't have to be a set of days. It can be one day out of the week, or replacing something, you know, it's however you choose to. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and if you liked and enjoyed, give it a thumbs up, and suggest any other video ideas or topics that you would like for me to talk about down below. I'll take a look, and yeah. Alright, so until next time.